Hi guys, welcome to Clumsy Cakes. My name's Amy. If you're new here, I would love it if you would consider subscribing, and if you're not, welcome back. Today I'm going to answer some frequently asked questions about cheesecake. First being the water bath, what it is and why it's important in making cheesecake. And then the second is how exactly can you tell when a cheesecake is done. And then third being, how do I unmold my cheesecake after it's baked? So I know this is a little bit hard to see, but do you see how the water in the water bath is about maybe a little bit less than half the way up the sides of the pan? That's what you want. A water bath is just a bigger pan than whatever you're going to use to bake your cheesecake. So you're going to put the pan that you're baking in the water bath, fill the water bath up about halfway or a little bit less up the sides of the pan, not the sides of the roasting pan, the sides of whatever you're baking. And what this does is it makes it so that you won't get cracking on the surface of your cheesecake. It's not totally foolproof. It may still happen, but this greatly decreases your chances of getting that. So I checked it at about 45 minutes. Still a little bit like just wet batter. So now, I checked it and we're an hour in. You see how the edges are set and they don't move, but the middle jiggles just slightly? That's what we want. So now we're just going to crack the oven door and shut the oven off and leave our cheesecake in there for another hour just to cool down to room temperature. And what this does is cheesecake is very susceptible to temperature changes, so we just want to cool down slightly so that we don't get cracking on the top of our cheesecake. Think of what happens when you take a glass out of the freezer and then put something hot into it. The glass is gonna crack. Same thing with the cheesecake. They're just very susceptible to temperature changes. So if I was to take this out and put it on the top of the stove to cool, the change in temperature would cause it to crack, and we don't want that. So you're obviously gonna need your cheesecake. You're gonna need some more parchment paper, and you're gonna need 2 cutting boards. Try to use as lightweight of cutting boards as possible, and I'll show you why. So our first step is we're just gonna take off the sides. Now we're just going to take off the paper, which I think is very satisfying. Whee! Alright. So now you're going to take out the parchment paper to cover the cake. You can also use scissors to cut that, but I just tear it, top it with the other cutting board. And this part can be kind of tricky. Hence why I'm sitting down, because as we know, I am clumsy and I will wreck this. So as carefully as you can, you're gonna flip. paper, cover with another piece of parchment paper. And like I said, you want to get the lightest weight cutting boards that you can find because you want to reduce the chance as much as you can squashing this cheesecake. There we go again. And flip. And there you go. Thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a like if you guys enjoyed and if you learned something. And also subscribe down below if you guys want to make a little bit of a mess with me, learn some things, but also make something absolutely delicious. Okay, thanks guys. Bye.